Hey YouTube world, my name is Moddigotchu and I'll be getting ready in this video as well as a story time, so make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and I'll keep the content coming. Until then, let's get ready. Okay, so normally I keep my hair for last because, you just want it out of your way. But for the sake of how I look right now, I'm going to take it down. So I do have another video of me putting in the actual, oh, ha, surprise, it's like my feelings. But yeah, of me putting in the actual flex rods because I try to do, as you can see, boop, boop, boop. So keeping it curled like this is the best way because there's no heat, it's super easy, and it's just convenient, I don't like adding too much heat to my hair, not just because it's a bazillion degrees outside, but also it's damaging and you want your hair to be as healthy as possible. Oh, these curls came out so cute. Aww. Speaking of, let me get this lighting situation situated. So I have a regular wide tooth kind of comb. Doesn't really matter. The tighter the better, actually. And I'm just gonna find my way. Because I love a good part. It's nice and crisp. I'm gonna keep it like that. Now I'm not gonna turn my flat iron. This is why I love this soft brush, because it blends so nicely. But I'm not going to flat iron my bang just yet. That'll be the part that I'll save for afterwards. But I did want to kind of look presentable while I put my makeup on because got me out here looking a little wild. Okay. Ooh. Give it some baddie. California blowout is when I ride on the expressway and just with all four windows down. And then it's just va-va-voom as you voom. And it just looks so good. But considering that I'm not doing that yet, and like if it feels a little damp, feel free to, hit it with the blow dryer, just to, do it underwards, give it a nice little jump like this. But don't do it too much because I remember, I don't know what I was doing to where I did it for so long that it actually got straight again. So I'm like, oh, so that was an overnight experience or nothing. Great. Okay, so now that my hair is done, I put on my moisturizer, which is Oil of Olay Regenerist Micro Sculpting Serum, fragrance free. Very specific because my face is so sensitive. Like the wind blows and my skin's like, you know what? I'm breaking out. So I like to do 3 little and just kind of get it on in there to moisturize it. I was wondering, like, what's the difference between a moisturizer and a primer? And I kind of had to really think about what its purpose is. And I think, in my opinion, that a primer is like a pore filler, like it gives you that nice matte layer before you put your makeup on. And a moisturizer is more just, to moisturize and give you a nice clean feel, which is what I love. I love this moisturizer so much. My mom uses it and it works so good for her, so of course I'm gonna try as well. Okay, so first things first, I have the Maybelline Fit Me, what are these? Sticks. These cuties. What I do is I just take all the lids off at once so I don't have to play the charades game. But these are my colors. These are the colors that I use. It's so funny. Like, this is me in the fall, and this is me in the summer. Talk about red bone. And this is to conceal, and this last one helps blend. So they all serve a purpose. So for now, I'm going to take the one that I conceal with. These are kind of close, but this is the one that I conceal with, and it's the color I-20. Yeah, as a disclaimer, I am not a makeup artist in any way, shape, or form. I am a normal human being who likes to do her makeup and look pretty. So, okay, so for today's story time, I want to discuss when I lived at this apartment complex a few years ago And when I was there, I spent a lot of time sitting in the car listening to music, to kind of vibe out and, just, I don't know, have a moment. So I would sit in the parking lot of this, it was apartment complex, and I would see some of the craziest things happen. And I'm just an innocent bystander because like when it's a parking lot to where you can't see anybody, especially at night. So the first story that comes to mind when I think of that apartment complex is one time, again, all of these are going to start with me sitting in the car. I was sitting in the car, and in the mirror, you know, all of a sudden there's a guy that's basically like climbing on people's balconies. So each apartment has its own balcony, and it looked like he was climbing on one. So I'm like, oh my God, please don't let him come over here, please. So sure enough, he was creeping around, and so I'm like, okay. So I sat there and waited, and once I did, I practically rolled out the car. I'm all in the bushes, I'm peeking out of stuff, I'm all doing all this crazy stuff so he doesn't see me. And I'm like, okay. Soon as I let my guard down for me to walk to my house, he literally comes out of nowhere, like, and I'm like, hi. And he's just looking into my soul. I was so freaked out. I tried to just say something like, hi, how are you? Just to see how he would react or snap out of it or something. But he just kept that bold face. And then I just booked it to my house and slammed the door, because once you get past a certain point, you can't tell which door I would go in, which was good. But once I looked out, he was still creeping and going around on people's porches. So weird. And at that point, I felt like I couldn't even trust the security because, oh, that's right. See, the story unfolds. The security guard that just, you know how some people just give you a certain vibe, like, I'm staying away from that person. Well, he had that vibe. I never paid attention to it because, whatever. But again, in the car, middle of the night, it's like 2 in the morning, and I see a guy and they're walking. Now, it was pretty normal for people to sneak in because there was a pool area. So it was pretty normal to see people want to go in there. People will sneak in there in the middle of the night, obviously, because the pool is not open 24/7, but people will still go in there. So I didn't think anything of it. That's what people do, whatever. And but then I saw one of them crouch down, and the other one hopped over and flipped over the fence. So I'm like, why can't I just sit here? Why? So of course the alarm goes off and somebody hops over, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm going in the house. I didn't see any of this. This is ridiculous. And that's that. So the next day, again, I'm in the car. Most oftentimes I'm on the phone because all my family's back home, and that's really the only place I can have a nice conversation without any background noise. So again, I'm in the car, and then one of the security officers comes up to my window. And I'm like, okay. And I crack it because I don't care about your badge. I don't know who you are. And sure enough, he's like, who are you? Where do you live? What are you doing here? Who do you know here? Blah, blah, blah. All this other stuff. And I'm like, So I'm just like, okay, you know what? I'm just minding my business. I rolled the window up. I'm no trouble. I'll go home. And then I did. That was that. Now, the same guy that was asking me about, who I am and blah, 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 he was wearing the same hat as the guy who hopped the fence. So if you're paying attention, he broke into his own job that he secures. But it's like, what are you even doing? They don't have money in there. What are you doing? But I mean, witnessing things like that can be so creepy. Like, you never know. Like, what if he was like some killer or something? Like, I mean, leave it in the comments. What's the craziest, scariest, weirdest thing that you've ever seen, like, as a stranger? You know, that something that you've seen but has absolutely nothing to do with you? Like, one of those kind of things. Like, what was the craziest thing you've ever seen? I had my first experience with a stalker when I was in high school. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh. See, just thinking about stalkers gets me all jumpy. Some people are just weird. Like I said before I crushed my palate. Yeah, I had a stalker in high school. I don't know how he found me. He must have just like saw me in the neighborhood with my friends, like a creep. And apparently he followed me, and it was so weird. And it was so weird because it's like, who are you? You know, when you're living your life and then out of nowhere someone says, oh, you look nice today. Like, what? It was so weird because out of nowhere I would get messages on my AIM and it would be like, hey, what's up? Send a little weird emoji or a little funny, cute thing. And it's like, okay, who are you? And basically he's like, oh, I saw you. You were at blah, 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 wearing blah, blah, blah. You look so nice. I just wanted to get to know you. Like, who are you? You creep. I don't know who you are. How did you get my information? Like, this is through email, AIM, all types of stuff. Like, I know my password is only like 4 letters because the internet is simple. But I mean, come on. Who are you? But honestly, though, the creepiest moments that I had probably was my first night clubbing in Oakland. That was the most creepiest shit because not only was it creepy, like, it was next level creepy. Like, they took time out to plan it. There were like 4 people involved. There were drugs involved. There were a lot of questions involved. And that's like, I'm going to take a break from this makeup right quick because I am getting hot. I'm sweating. And I know if I'm going to be putting on all these layers and these powders and all of this. Woo! So, don't worry about me having Pop-Tarts on deck. I need a little snack for me to tell this story time. What's a story time without a snack? I thought you said I was the snack. Sorry, I must have heard you wrong. But no, really. So I went out there. It was me and a female family member of mine. And, strawberry Pop-Tart. But anyways, so basically it started off with a guy asking me a whole bunch of questions as if he was pursuing me like a normal guy, you know. Oh, what's up? What's your number? Hey, what's up? What's good? And it's like, oh, okay, hi. And he's like, here, take my number down. Okay, boom. So mind you, we're in the same club. It's not that big. Everybody's in the same room, bruh. So basically, I'm on the outskirts of the party watching that same guy, 3 other guys, crowd around who I came with. So I wanted to see how this played out. In the midst of me doing that, a guy offers me a drink. So I'm like, no, I'm good. And he's like, I'll get you a drink. I'll get you a drink. And he looks zombied out, like straight out of Resident Evil. He had that look in his eye. It was, man. So basically, I'm like, no, I'm okay. He comes over there with a cup, with his hand on the rim of the cup. First of all, come on, never touch the rim of a person's cup. Anyways, so he brings me a cup from like a free water fountain. You know how they have like the free grab a cup, get a swig of water kind of thing? It was that. So basically, he was trying to bring me a drugged up drink like I'm stupid. And then when I say no, I don't want it, he then proceeds to ask me if I want cocaine. Thank you for telling me what's in my drink. So I'm like, no, I'm good. So he starts dancing on me. And me being the nice person I am, I let him because, you know, it was probably something danceable on. Out of nowhere, this fool opens his mouth and straight bites my shoulder. Like a legit bite. It was like this big. All you see is teeth marks and red marks because I had my shoulders out because it was the summertime. You in the club biting people? Oh my God. Who does that? So I obviously got away from him. So by this time, the club is closing, playing the slow jams. Everybody get out. All of the guys that were trying to talk to me that night were all standing together, practically barricading the staircase. And they're asking me, yo, what's good? On the other side of the room, asking who I came with, yo, what's good? What? What? I'm good. I'm good myself out of anything. Hey, what's up? Would you like to try this sample? I'm good. Would you like to, I'm good. Would you like to sign up for the I'm good? Oh, well, fuck you then. I'm good. Well, fuck you then, bitch. I said I'm good. That's some old next level. Drugging people, biting people. And it's like, it's those type of people that make me feel closer and closer to the zombie apocalypse. Because it's like, you in the club biting people? I mean, come on. Wasn't nothing sensual about it. Wasn't no moment. We wasn't looking in each other's eyes. Like, he just... But I'm glad I spent the majority of my clubbing days, like, when I was, like, 18 to 21. Like, those are the actual clubbing years. And I utilized every one of those years. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll go out. I'll have a drink. I'll party. I'll even party hard. But I don't like drinking like that. Like, I'm not a fan of nausea. I don't like being sick. I don't like it. Like, I mean, I'm old enough to avoid having hangovers and stuff. Like, you know, you eat a big sandwich so the bread can absorb whatever's going on. You drink water thoroughly while you're there. And you end your night eating bread so it kind of keeps the alcohol in your stomach. So, I mean, I wake up the next morning like, ah. But, I mean, most oftentimes, I'm not really a drinker. Not like that. Okay, I guess I'll finish my makeup. I see why you do it, Casey. And it's so true. I feel so cross-eyed because I look here because this is what I see. But you're over here. And it's like... I'll do my best. Like everyone else does it. It's like, you're right. Okay, so let me touch this up because the shades kind of just I really did crack my palate earlier talking about that damn stalker. Yes, need to conceal these under eyes. Wake myself up. This needs to be bright. This needs to be bright. A little discoloration here. A little discoloration here. Then we're going to take my summer tone and then we're going to just throw it a little bit everywhere that I put that one so it'll blend out really nice. I'm not really neat with any of this because it blends so good. Thank you guys for watching this 19-minute video of mostly story time. I didn't really put emphasis on which products I used, so I did my eyebrows and liner off camera. So this is me just blending it out so it all blends together, and then I added a little highlight, and now I'm taking my hair down, and pretty much the look is done after that.
There's no heat added, it's so simple, and it's my day-to-day look, and I'm so excited that I finally got to do it for a Get Ready With Me. It was really fun, so make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and I'll keep the content coming.